miss you. I sat up with a jolt, heart pumping and dripping with sweat. I looked around, eyes sweeping across the dimly lit, cramped space around my bed. A gust of wind whipped around the outside of the cabin, while the warm glow of fire crackled in the corner. I took a deep breath and lay back down, hoping to eke out whatever sleep I could. But as soon as I shut my eyes, I was driven down a narrow, winding road, the path iced over and flanked by a thicket of trees on either side. Kim mentioned that I was driving a little fast, that perhaps I should slow down. But I ignored her concerns, dismissing them with a wave. I'd driven down this road 100 times. I knew what I was doing. Angela asked if we were there yet, complaining that she was tired. I turned around to answer her just as the car sped its way around the tight corner. "Look out!" Headlights in my eyes, antlers. I desperately slammed on the brakes and yanked the wheel violently to the left, but it was too late. There was just no time. "Brendan, Angela misses you too." The eerie voice, the eerie, haunting voice called out to me once more, echoing from the forest surrounding the cabin. Though I couldn't remember what had happened after the crash and how I ended up at this cabin, I knew that they were gone. My wife and daughter were dead, their bodies still trapped in the wreck by the side of the road. I needed to get them, if nothing more than to finally lay them to rest. It was the least I could do. And how I tried. But every time I tried to make my way through the woods to penetrate the dense snowy maze of trunks, I always ended up back here, exhausted and frostbitten. It was hopeless. There was no escaping this cursed place. And so I languished in my own prison. One day melted into the next, and it never seemed to stop snowing. My days were spent longing for the next time I heard Kim's voice. At last she began speaking to me less and less. Eventually I gave up hope. I gave up hope of hearing her again. Until one day, dancing over the treetops. "I'm sorry, honey, but we can't keep waiting. We have to move on." I burst through the door screaming, "Not yet! Not yet!" Legs pumping, fueled by adrenaline. I plowed through the snow and surged towards the tree line. All of a sudden, a chill ran up my spine. Hairs on my neck stood stiff. All around me, trees began falling, and the surrounding ground collapsed, sucked into a bottomless void. The sun went out, and everything was plunged into a black nothingness. "Sleep well, Brendan, my love," a woman said as she held the man's hand, the monitor by the hospital bed beeping as it drew a flat line.